Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Toby, this is Driven Intent, and today I am revisiting the 2018 Audi RS5 Coupe. I've done a lot of S5, A5, one A5 Coupe, and the RS5s on my channel are the Sportbacks. But this right here is a 2018 Audi RS5. Big shout out and thank you to my guys, my boys over at Audi Plano for making this video possible. So today, this video, I'm going to talk about why the 2018 RS5 is a good daily / weekend driver. Also, how it drives in comparison to the brother, the Sportback 4-door sedan. And also, I want to dive into the intricate details of what makes these cars unique than the 4-door, or what sets it apart from the 4-door, and amongst other things I like to discuss. So starting now with the chassis, it's a smaller wheelbase, shorter wheelbase than the Sportback, but the way this car is set up where it rides comfortable, I feel a difference than the Sportback. The difference in the ride handling, the dynamics, the steering input. When you take a corner, I feel that grip, that, you know, the car hugs that corner much more flatter than the 4-door sedan version. And in the interior, there's more legroom in the front, obviously, because it's a 2-door, and it sits lower than the Sportback because, you know, it's a 2-door, and just the sense of, you know, awareness, sense of speed is a lot different than you would be in a Sportback. I can go on the highway going 85, 80 miles an hour, or the speed limit, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're going 45. The speed is just, the sense of speed in this car is just numb to you. And I love that, you know? Kind of sounds like, you know, a mind twist, right? It kind of plays with your sense of awareness, but in a playful way, but you are in control just about how you drive the car and the feedback you get from it. So this car, I know it could be a weekend car or daily car, but this car could be an all-around car, or you can treat this car like, you know, a pair of sneakers, you know, either checks or stripes, you know, whichever floats your boat. This RS5 has the power to get you there. 444 horsepower. Yeah, it's not a lot of power, but how much power are you really using on a daily basis? Yeah, you have the Hellcat, the RS7, you know, RS e-tron GT, 600 horsepower, Audi, yada yada yada, but it's not usable horsepower. This one gets you there, 0 to 60, less than 4 seconds, and you feel all that power. Audi has done the intricate engineering design mixed with the electronic wizardry of the traction control, the, you know, rear-wheel drive bias, all that in a slit of a second. It translates to the tarmac, wrapped around, you know, with those Continental tires, with the all-wheel drive Quattro, the true Quattro, and propels you quicker than your eyes can persevere this sense of speed. And I love it. Now, driving through the city, you know, there's a few bumps. You might translate in the camera. Mind you, I'm in dynamic mode right now, which is fairly stiff. I love driving my Audis in dynamic. My S3, it's always in dynamic. When you get into the car, it's in dynamic mode all year long, you know. But every now and then I put it back to auto because I like to just have a different taste of things, a feel for things. But see, this right there, it just pulls. I'm not even have the transmission. It's not even in a sport setting. It is just in drive. And you put it in a sport, it's to put down the gear lever. It's just, I love that. Oh my goodness, it pulls so hard. Woo! Guys, this thing handles. And for it being a coupe, it's a sweet spot. And one other thing, the Audi presents to you the RS5 in 2 different variants, the Sportback or the Coupe. Here you go, which do you prefer? Pick your poison, as they say. On one hand, you have a 4-door, you know, it's beautiful, sexy, and on the other hand, a 2-door. very focused. Get rid of the unnecessary parts where you know you don't need this and you shed extra weight. You don't compromise that as much besides the storage. How about the brakes? The brakes are there. This has the carbon ceramic brakes option. It grips. When I tell you these brakes are good, I just hover my feet over the brake pedal. I'm already slowing down. I said hover. I'm not tapping. I'm hovering my feet over the brake pedal, and this car slows down. Initial bite is visceral, but over time you get to calibrate your senses to know what to expect when you depress the brake pedal, and it's very forgiving. But you can trust it enough when you go fast and act either stupendous like a hooligan, or you're very spirited. You can trust the brakes to bring you to a complete stop. So my girlfriend and I went out, did a little errands and stuff, and then we were in the garage, and I was showing her the features of this cool car. It's a cool car. She liked the car, and she was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's the brakes." She's like, "No. I mean, no, that's the wheel." I said, "No, baby, that's the brakes. This dinner size plate looking thing. It is huge." And just unfortunate that her Corolla was right there next to this car, and she was like, so not dumbfounded. She was just like flabbergasted. They're like, "Wow, that whole thing is the brakes." And mind you, her Corolla is a nice sporty Corolla, and the wheels and whatnot, but the brakes of this RS5 eclipses her whole wheel of her Corolla. 10 years into the future, I promise you, you're watching this video, you'll be wishing to yourself you got yourself an RS5 when you could, because when 2035 comes around, as Audi say, as they say, they're all gonna change the whole lineup to the EVs. So goodbye, bye-bye RS3 with the 5-cylinder, RS4 Advanced, RS5, RS6 with the V8, RS7, all this and that with the V8s and stuff. They're all just getting washed up. For example, take a look at Mercedes. They've downsized their infamous, C63 AMG, and they dumped the V8 twin turbo. They went half the cylinders, 4-cylinder turbo with the hybrid. It makes no sense, but it's more powerful. But people covet that V8. There's like a cult following for the V8, as much as there's a cult following for the RS5, for the RS line of Audis. So I'm pretty interested to see how that would translate in the future. How people will like wrap their head around that once we let's get to that bridge and cross that bridge. But from now till then, I'm leaving the choice up to you. From now to then, the choice is yours. Figure out what floats your boat. Get the RS5 now, or the RS3, whatever you want, but mostly RS5, because that's what we're making a video about, right? To me, personally, if I can afford this, I will get the RS5. At least the RS5. I need to have an RS in my garage, because it's just, you can't explain it. Previous generation RS5, they had a V8. They were clunky, but they made a cool noise though. And people were, taken aback, disappointed when they downsized the cylinder, to 2.9 liters, twin turbo. People were like, but it made more power though. But guess what? We got to learn to love it for what it is. It was a new thing. So from that to an EV, we'll see once we get to that bridge. I'm pretty excited for that time. But from now to then, I want to enjoy the RS5 for what it is, or any other RS I get into. All right, well, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you stayed to the end of this video, I really appreciate it that you watch the channel for a while. If you're just existing subscriber and you've been along for a long time and you continue, I really appreciate you. And for those of you guys that are new and see my face for the first time, stick around, like the video, it's free, comment, which is also free, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. And as always, see you guys next time. Till later video. Peace out and stay driven.